Welcome to the AI for Founders podcast. I'm Ryan Estes. Before we dive in, I have to be honest. On a fundamental level, AI scares the hell out of me. It's widely reported that today's AI, if fully utilized, could displace 20% of the workforce. And this is just the beginning. Within the next 5 years, we're looking at an influx of 1 billion domestic robots entering our homes. And that's not even touching on the military applications waiting in the wings. Now, the primary focus of this podcast will be to explore cutting-edge AI tools and applications. AI is here, and there are incredible ways we can use it to our advantage. That's what we'll be talking about. But every so often, I'll take a step back to acknowledge the anxieties surrounding this massive shift, discussing perspectives that challenge the hype, and examining reports that separate artificial intelligent myths from reality. So let's do that now. I'm going to read a synopsis of an article by Ed Zitron, a sharp-witted Brit, a curmudgeon in the best way possible, a former client and a friend. Look him up and read the full article. It's well worth your time. Onward. Where's the money? That's the question I keep coming back to. Generative AI is supposed to be the future, a technological revolution. A force that will reshape industries, automate everything, and change the way we work forever. That's the story, right? But let's pause. Let's actually look at the numbers. OpenAI, the undisputed leader in the space, spent $9 billion last year to generate $4 billion in revenue. That's not innovation. That's lighting money on fire. And here's the wildest part. Every single prompt you enter into ChatGPT, every single response it generates, costs them more than they make. It's not like traditional software, where adding more users makes things cheaper. No, generative AI scales in reverse. More users mean more compute. More compute means more energy means more money lost. Compare this to, say, Instagram or Facebook. Those platforms grow and the cost per user goes down. Generative AI, it grows and the cost per user goes up. This isn't a business model, it's a money pit. And it's not just OpenAI. Anthropic lost $5.6 billion last year. Microsoft pouring $93 billion into AI infrastructure. Google spending $75 billion, and yet their AI products, Copilot and Gemini, have user numbers that are underwhelming. The question is no longer, will AI take over the world? The question is, who's paying for all of this? The answer, venture capital, big tech subsidies, and a media narrative that desperately wants AI to be the next big thing. But here's the thing about hype. It works until it doesn't. We've seen this before. The dot-com bubble, the crypto boom, the metaverse, each one started with grand promises, but when the dust settled, only the real winners were the people who cashed out early. Right now, generative AI is running on fumes. The infrastructure costs are crushing. The business model doesn't work. And the technology itself, it's still unreliable, still prone to hallucinations, still struggling to prove it's more than just a fun toy. This industry isn't the future, it's an experiment, one that's becoming increasingly expensive to maintain. So I'll ask again, where's the money? And more importantly, how long before the people funding all of this start to ask the same question? Again, this is just a synopsis. Definitely go check out this amazing article from Ed Zitron. He's got a great website, Where's Your Ed At? And the article is called There Is No AI Revolution. Thanks for listening. If you're someone who's always trying to level up, whether it's your health, your career, or just life in general, you have to check out the Lift newsletter. This is my personal newsletter where I share stories, insights, and practical tips that are all about creating a lift in your life. We're talking about how to crush it in business, how to stay sharp mentally and physically, and find a little balance along the way. Every edition is packed with quick reads, actionable advice, and a little humor along the way. It's all designed to give you value up front and never waste your time. So head over to my website, it's ryanestes.info, click the newsletter, and subscribe today. It's free, it's fun, and who knows, maybe this is the lift you've been looking for. ryanestes.info. Now let's get back to the podcast.